Okay, so today I want to talk about my minimalist skincare routine. Now really, in the past my skincare routine has always been kind of minimalist because I'm someone that has always not wanted to go out and try a bunch of new cleansers and moisturizers at the same time because I know you're not going to get results that way. But I thought I would go ahead and share this with you because as I've decluttered all of my makeup and I had talked about my current makeup collection, I thought it would be good to make a separate video all about my skincare. Someone had questioned what the little dropper thing was in my makeup bag in that video, and it was a moisturizing oil. I don't use it anymore, so here we are. Now let's say I'm gonna go and wash my face off after I film this video, which I probably will because I've been working for 3 hours on filming videos. But I've been trying something new with my makeup removal routine, and I've been using a cleansing oil instead of using facial cleanser multiple times and eye makeup remover and cotton pads and constantly buying more of those and spending more money. This is the Good Things Argan oil, Nourishing cleansing oil. You can get this at TJ Maxx if they have it in stock, which unfortunately mine does not anymore and I'm down to here. I really wish I had backups of this. This takes my makeup off within a minute, sometimes even less than that. And it's really good with all the mascara and the eyeliner that I have on. It doesn't take off all my makeup, so I will sometimes have to do this again or use another cleanser, but this is great. The only thing I don't like about this is that it makes my eyesight blurry and makes me sleepy, so if I want to take my makeup off I have to wait until I go to bed, otherwise I'm gonna be up all night like just because it's so bad. But I really do like this. And then once a week when I know that my skin just feels like crap, then I use a bunch of products on that day. I don't use all of these every day, but when my face is feeling very dry, very flaky, I need to exfoliate. And the product that I use for that is the Nuance Salma Hayek Age Affirm Gycolic Cream Cleanser. Ugh. It's a cleanser, but it has exfoliating beads in it. And I only use this once or twice a week depending on, you know, how my skin is feeling. This does a really good job at exfoliating. I really do like it. The only thing I don't like is that fragrance is right in the middle of the ingredients list. Fragrance is something that you don't want in your skincare. Unfortunately, finding really good fragrance-free and cruelty-free drugstore products are very hard to come by. But when you have to do what you can, honestly, I really love this. And then for cleansing the face, and this is what I use every day after I take off my makeup, or you know, just every day even when I'm not wearing makeup. This is the Nuance Salma Hayek Chamomile Facial Cream Cleanser. This doesn't dry my skin out, which is why I really like it. I have very dry skin, so I don't want something that makes it dry. This one also has fragrance in it, but it's closer to the bottom of the list, which less is better than more and none is better than less. We're gonna have to go with the less is better than more. To go with this, I have been using a cleansing tool. Now, if you've been involved in the beauty community or if you've walked past a Sephora once in your life, so you've probably seen the Claremont at Ulta, at Sephora, whatever. It's a $200 cleansing tool, which is probably a very good investment, but it's extremely expensive. Of course, other brands have come out with their versions. Some are very expensive or just as expensive as the Claremont. Some are cheaper, maybe not too much cheaper, but cheaper. A little while ago, Vanity Planet contacted me and they were like, hey, would you like to try out some stuff? And I said, you have cleansing tools that I have been interested, may I? So this is the tool that I'm talking about. I've forgotten the name of it, so I will put it here. I'm sorry, I'm so bad with names. Sometimes I am now, I really am. But this is 50% cheaper than the Claremont. This is $100 retail price, but if you wait a minute, I will tell you how you can get it even cheaper. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about this first. This is a cleansing tool. Obviously, it's electronic and it has 4 brush heads. Now, honestly, out of the 4 brush heads, I only enjoy one of them. So, for example, this is the body one. So you just hook that in and then you rub it all over your body. I've tried this in the shower a couple of days ago and it hurt. Now, I thought that I would be able to handle it because my skin on my arms and my legs can take things better than my face can, but it hurts. It doesn't hurt too much when I have my hands on it like this, but once it's actually turned on, it hurts. Like, Yeah, no. And then you have this little Puma stone. You know those stones that you use when you give yourself a pedicure or you go to the salon and they, you know, do that. I am not a fan of this because the bottom of my feet are very bad. Okay, they're very, like, they have that stuff that this is supposed to take off. I'm not gonna get into the grimy details. You don't want to hear it. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't take off the skin no matter how long I put it on. And it's also very difficult for me to keep it on the bottom of my feet because I am very ticklish. It's really hard trying to keep my feet in proper shape, but this isn't helping at all. It's just ticklish. I've never had good luck with these stones anyway, so it's nothing personal. And then you have the exfoliating cleansing brush that has the gray back to it. I thought I would like this because when I touch both the exfoliating brush and the cleansing brush, they feel the same to me on the hands, but when it's turned on and then it's on my face, it hurts very badly. And honestly, because I have the exfoliator here and I'm not going to use the exfoliant or any of the brushes with this exfoliator because it's just too much, it's too abrasive. I don't really need to use this anyway, but I want it anyway because it hurts. So then you have my favorite and the only one that I really use. This is the cleansing one. I use this with the Chamomile facial cleanser. If I'm using this when I'm removing my makeup, I will go over it with this and then I will use the cleanser with my hands to try to get most of it off. I don't want to use the cleansing brush while I have a bunch of makeup on because it's gonna make the bristles more dirty and makeup is hard to get off. So it's not worth it. As of now, I am using this every time that I wash my face and I haven't had much of a problem. And if I'm going to be 100% honest with you, I don't need the exfoliating brush head when I have this because this does a little bit of exfoliating on its own, which is why I don't use this every single day. This is for when I feel like I really need it. Okay, so we're done with the cleansing part, and after I cleanse, if it's feeling really yucky still, I will use a face mask because you want to pull out the grime and not just brush it away and brush the flakes away from your face. And this is the Henriksen Firm Action Mask, which is a pore refining mask and it removes impurities, blah 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 blah. I like it. It does what it says. It does have some fragrance in it. Sorry. But yeah, I like this. Haven't had a real issue with it and my face feels nice and clean. And then after all that's done, you need to moisturize, especially if you have dry skin, because this is gonna dry out. Gonna dry me out. So currently I am using the Decluttering Nourishing fragrance free Intense Hydration Night Cream. I really do like this cream. It's thicker because it is a night cream and my skin needs it. For the past 6 or so months, I wasn't taking good care of my skin, which what happens when I stopped being so obsessed with makeup, if you will. When that stopped, my caring for skin stopped. But it's important to take care of my skin regardless. Since I've been getting into this whole routine and since I've been using this, my face has been feeling so much better. My face doesn't feel so dry. I used to have really dry nose patches, whatever. It was so bad. It was starting to hurt. But fortunately, that's going away. I still have a little something right here that I'm working on. Now, back to this little beauty here. Like I said, this is $100 retail on Vanity Planet. However, if you go to vpwild.com/Rikki and enter Rikki at checkout, you can get 70% off. I sound like a 3 in the morning infomercial. But no, really, you can get 70% off and it will bring your total from $100 to $30. And to me, I think it's worth a try if you can't splurge on the Clarisonic. So if you're interested in this, I will leave all the links and stuff that you need in the info box.